friends. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm Denise Plant. And you know, each new year offers a fresh start to the many days ahead. And that's why we've invited motivational speaker Andy Feld to set us on a positive course. Good to see you, my friend.
Good morning. Great to be back here, 2017.
I know. And before any goal setting for 2017, why do you think it's important to kind of reflect and think, why is life important to me? What makes it meaningful?
Well, because everybody, sometimes you look at goals and you say, well, for these friends of mine, money is really important. For these, losing weight is important. For others, being happy is important. Goals are different for each and every individual, and when we're setting our goals, we have to be able to, listen inside ourselves and decide what is most important to us. Is really finding that perfect job, making the most money, is that really what's most important for us? Or maybe having that nice balance between work and family and play is best for us. So there's no right way or wrong way, but I do think before we sit down, Denise, and set those New Year's resolutions and set those goals, we have to be very honest with ourselves about what's important for me. Not for my parents.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Not for my kids. Yeah, because a lot of us, you grow up a certain way, and our parents say, well, should be your goal. And, your wife, your kids are, leading you in a certain direction. But it's really about asking yourself, what's important for me? Okay,
so you do want to consider, your family, but you got to see what makes you happy yourself at first.
You cannot live your life for anybody else, and it's hard sometimes when it involves a spouse or involves parents, but you really first and foremost have to live your life for your own personal happiness, because as you're happy and satisfied, then you're able to share that light with others.
Is it smart to write down acknowledge the positive attributes that you have, and then maybe the mistakes that you've made too?
It is. You always want to know where you're going and how you're doing, and when you reflect back, you can say, okay, these are my resolutions from last year. What did I accomplish? What did I not accomplish? But I think it's also important to look at where you fell short. I mean, almost all of us set goals for various aspects in our life, and some of them we achieve and others we don't. And taking note of what we do not achieve and then going further, well, why? Why did I not reach this goal, I think is important. So I do believe in looking back and being very honest with ourselves about our successes, but being very honest with ourselves about those situations that didn't work out the way we want them to.
And Andy, why is it that people have such a tough time sticking to their New Year's resolution? I know I'm one that I'll say, okay, I'm going to lose weight, and then
because it's hard, it takes discipline, and for the most part, we all have a certain amount of laziness in us. Normally when we're starting with a new year and a new set of goals, it means changing behavior. And changing behavior takes a good deal of self-discipline, whether it's changing our eating habits, whether it's changing the way we're going to show up on the job, whether it's changing the way we exercise, just changing maybe the way we identify with people. What if all of a sudden you decide this year, everybody I come up to, I'm going to smile and just wish them a wonderful day. I mean, that's a change, and that may get old for somebody after a while. So I think we have trouble sticking with our resolutions because it takes a new degree of effort, and unfortunately, laziness crops in, and that's where self-discipline.
Okay, let me ask you this. Not only self-discipline, but does it help? I had a coach one time who told me to run that perfect race. It's not only physically doing it, but mentally visualizing running that perfect race.
Yeah.
Does that help, visualizing?
Absolutely. I meditate every day. We've talked about this in the past, and part of my meditation is visualizing exactly the outcome I want from everything. This morning, 6 a.m., I'm doing my daily meditation. I know I'm going to be on the show today, and I spend a moment or two visualizing exactly what we're doing right now and how I'd like that to be. And I have a business appointment coming up right now, and I spent a few moments visualizing that.
Good. Success.
So it is, you have to have, I keep going back, I think in all the shows we do, going back to Stephen Covey's line, about beginning with the end in mind. And the end is that picture of how we want the outcome to be. And as we're able to close our eyes and take a breath and visualize, feel, I mean, not just visualize, but feel it, emotionally feel it. I talk about this thing called the emotional match.
Right.
And the emotional match is feeling today as if you already have that which you desire.
Interesting. All right. I wish we could talk more.
Always.
They're going to have to pick up your books. I mean, really, set realistic goals and make 2017 a great year. Check out andyfeld.net. That's andyfeld.net to sign up for his newsletters. You'll also receive 3 free chapters of his book, We're Tipping Over. Stay in touch via email, andy@andyfeld.net, or on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.